We are back. We are back going at it. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome to my channel, Manny Ramos Motivation. We're gonna get into this live stream here on Memorial Day 2023. Very exclusive live stream that I do for Memorial Day. If you're new to my channel, my name is Manny. I'm a certified personal trainer, creator, owner, and lead instructor of Manny's Fitness program. We specialize in indoor boot camp and personal training in Lompoc, California. We also do online coaching for weight loss, muscle building, and overall better health and performance, all the way till 100+ years old, unless God says otherwise. Other than that, man, glad to be back. I went on a little trip with the family. We went away for a couple of days, and I didn't touch my computer or anything like that. I didn't live stream. I didn't put out anything. Hey, sometimes you got to take a step out from your usual schedule and go and do something else completely different. That way, when you come back, man, I feel like I missed this. I actually missed this. Glad to have you guys here on a Monday, Memorial Day weekend. We're going to be going into Rucking, because they did a Memorial Day Ruck March in honor of the fallen heroes. Everybody that has served. By the way, again, if you're new here, I also served in the Marine Corps for a few years. I actually served in Operation Iraqi Freedom. I was over there in 2005. I was a martial arts instructor in the Marine Corps. I was a drill instructor in the Marine Corps. Talking about the Marine Corps, I just got back from MCRD San Diego on our weekend. We went over to MCRD San Diego, and we also went to a couple of theme parks and this and that. But man, it felt good to see those yellow buildings again. I wish I was able to go into the quarter deck again and feel the ground again when I used to be a drill instructor there. But anyways, we're going to get into this. We're doing this live. This is a classroom here, so feel free to leave me a comment, a question, or concern down below. Let me know what you think. If you served in the military, or you have a family member, friend, somebody that served in the military, somebody that fell during combat or anything like that, let me know in the comment section. I do have a few friends in the military. When I went over to Iraq, we lost a few Marines there. We lost a few Army cats there, and till this day I still keep them in memory, their family and all that, because it is a hard thing. But then at the end of the day, we need to serve. We need to protect this country. If we don't protect it, we don't have anybody playing the offensive, not only the defensive but also offensive, then we're gonna be getting taken over, right? So our military is very important for us to continually upgrade and be up to par, to protect, to defend, and to offend if necessary. But other than that, let's get into it. Let's go into this one. This video here was posted just 8 hours ago. The WFLA News Channel, Memorial Day Ruck March honors fallen Marines. If you don't know what a Ruck March is, it's just like a hike, a weighted hike in urban terrain. We usually do it in the military with boots and utes and full gear. Usually during the crucible and stuff like that, we go into urban terrains as well. Certain environments that we have set up in Camp Pendleton, where we have a display of an urban village to where we can practice certain safety and military hand-to-hand combat teachings. So let's get into it. Let's check this one out.
Well, today is a time where we pay tribute to our fallen service members.
Memorial Day was officially declared a national holiday in 1971. It's a way to honor all soldiers who have died while serving our country.
1971, not that long ago. Actually, not that long ago. It was just established as a memorial holiday in 1971. That's good to know, right? It hasn't been that long.
Memorial Day can be traced back to the Civil War, where many people noticed grave sites for soldiers were neglected. While many use Memorial Day weekend to celebrate out on the water or have a barbecue, there are many families who take time to mourn the loss of their loved ones.
8 on your side's Nicole Rogers joining us now live with more on how one company in Tampa plans to honor our service members.
One company in Tampa doing in honor a Ruck march. That is super fun. It's a good workout too. Low impact, high calorie burning workout because you're gonna be hiking with gear, certain amount of weight, depending on how much weight you can carry, depending on how many miles. It's like I said, like a hike, just in urban terrain with a pack on.
Good morning, Nicole.
Melissa Avery, good morning. For Memorial Day, the important thing here is to honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice, and that's exactly what's happening here in Tampa. They're doing what's called a Ruck March. Now, what that is typically active military or veterans come together to honor those brave women who lost their lives in the service. So we have David Lopez here. You are a Marine for 12 years,
Yep.
And so tell me a little bit about, I guess, your time in the service.
Yeah, so I was in the Marine Corps for 12 years, originally heavy equipment operator, and then became a recruiter. Reached the rank of gunnery sergeant and did a deployment in Iraq.
And so you're now doing this Ruck March today. Why do it?
So we have a huge veterans initiative inside our company that's dedicated to recruiting and developing our veterans within our company, but it's also here to build a community, and part of that community is coming together on days like this. This is a very difficult day for veterans, specifically the ones that we have here, so we just want to make sure that we provide an outlet for our people to be able to come together as a community and not only remember those that serve, but be here for one another.
And that's exactly what is happening here today. One other quick question for you is, why is it important to honor those who really did make the ultimate sacrifice here?
Yeah, no, I think it's a great question. Memorial Day obviously gets mixed up, or often gets mixed up with barbecues in the start of summer, and although that's great, the reality is that there's a lot of individuals that made the ultimate sacrifice for us to be able to be here today. So it's important to start our day with that, and those people would want us to have fun and enjoy our days. So we'll do that after today, but it's important to start with remembrance.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. For now live in Tampa, Nicole Rogers, 8 on your side.
That was awesome. Even playing taps in the background. Yeah, I know that's the thing that we need to remember is that the Memorial Day is not only about, just eating as much as you want, barbecuing, this and that, which is all fine and dandy and is good and all, but we have to remember that these men, they gave their life, and we never know. When I went down there, that was my mentality. If you don't have that kind of mentality when you go and serve overseas, especially during my time, we had the Iraqi Operation Iraqi Freedom War that was going on after 9/11. So, I was involved in that moment. Right now, we don't really have much going on. So it just depends on the time and situation that you serve, because not a lot of times, we're not always going to be having wars or anything like that. Until it happens, then, we start having that experience, and that's when we start deploying more servicemen and defending or, protecting the country. So we have to understand that during my time, we lost a lot of Marines in military personnel. These guys, they're heroes. Even though, some of us got hit on the way there. So we weren't even established yet in order to establish our camp and go and start conducting our operations. On the way there, we actually lost some Marines. So it doesn't matter if you actually went into hand-to-hand combat or anything like that. You just putting yourself in that position to protect, to do anything that's necessary to do your part. It doesn't matter what it is. We all have a part to play to do over there overseas. So let's remember that there's a lot of families are still suffering till this day from all the servicemen that we lost in around 2000 and early 2000. No, let me see. 2004, 2003-ish. That was when it was really, really hot. So let's go to the next one, Memorial Day Ruck March. So this is 37 minutes. This guy, that was 3 years ago, though. Let me see if we have some recent Ruck to remember for Memorial Day. Let's go to this video here.
Thousands of people in our area are currently in town to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Among them, members of the honor movement. We caught up with several dozen of these veterans and civilians as they made their 33-mile ruck from Loudoun to D.C. yesterday. That's military slang for a march while carrying a backpack. In just a few minutes ago, that is, that group met up once again at the Iwo Jima Memorial, and they're now marching toward the Memorial Bridge. Then they'll visit each war memorial here in D.C. Good to see them out there.
That is outstanding right there, especially all that, motivation, the monuments, the raising of the flag, getting to a certain location. I think that's fun, and that's what we do as a drill instructor, or even as myself. I went through boot camp as a recruit, and then I was there at the Crucible as a drill instructor as well. So when we go on our hikes, when we're in movement, we actually arrive to a certain location that honors a fallen Marine, and we learn about what had happened in that time, or how he lost his life and what he did. All that, it's on each stop that we go to. So that's pretty cool. That's always been done in the military. Memorial Day. A year ago, let's see, honoring America's fallen on Memorial Day with Steve Hartman, CBS Everything News. So let me know in the comment section if you know of a ruck march that you guys are doing in your hometown or something like that. It's a good workout as well, keeping the body healthy by doing. You don't have to just do them on Memorial. Like I said, it's a hike. I think this is the kind of hike that I like to do. I like to have a pack on, or an Alice pack or something like that, in order for it to be more challenging. Because just the hike of its own, I'll be out there for 10 miles or something like that in order for really feel the challenge. So carry a pack. That way you get a little bit more resistance. Let's see if we can go to another video. I wonder, let me see more there. Never. Here's no, that's 4 years ago. Memorial Day weekend with the Thunderbirds, ABC News. I wonder if they'll give me a copyright for that. I gotta be careful with these videos that I put out. Okay. Los Angeles area Boy Scouts honor fallen soldiers with Memorial Day flags. 7 years. Memorial Day kicks off with ceremonies, parades across New York City. Let's check this one out.
There are several tributes scheduled throughout the day and across our area.
This morning, there was the annual wreath-laying ceremony at the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum. In Westchester County, Chappaqua annual Memorial Day parade was lined with people who say they are grateful to the men and women of the armed services who made the ultimate sacrifice.
We have live team coverage on today's events from Long Island to Manhattan. But we begin with Eyewitnesses reporter Derek Waller live at the Intrepid on Manhattan's west side with the emotional ceremony there today. Derek.
Shirley and David, that ceremony here at the Intrepid wrapped up within the hour. And this morning I had the privilege of speaking to a Navy veteran who served in the Vietnam War. He actually served on this ship more than a half-century ago. And that ceremony ended with a dramatic military flyover.
Beautiful.
The dramatic conclusion, that military flyover in what's called the missing man formation, with one of the 4 aircraft drifting out of view. All that happening as the band played taps and unfurled this giant American flag. The solemn ritual also included Mayor Eric Adams laying one of 4 wreaths into the Hudson River to honor America's fallen service members, some of whom died right here on the USS Intrepid many years ago. Ralph Slane served on this very ship more than a half-century ago. The reservist drafted to Vietnam in the 1960s. He compared revisiting this ship to attending a funeral.
To me, it's sacred ground. It's like going to a cemetery, because so many people have been buried at sea. So every time I come on the ship, I think of everyone that we've lost.
You watered a tree of freedom with your blood. We sit under the shade of that tree of freedom, protected from the hot rays of socialism and communism and destruction that's playing out across the globe.
And today's annual tribute also serving as really the culmination of Fleet Week, which really ends tomorrow. 2,700 active duty service men and women are in New York City right now interacting with the public. They've been doing that for several days, and those ships will depart the West Side tomorrow.
That's awesome. In honor. That's the thing of Memorial Day, right? Hence Memorial Day, in memory of the fallen, you know, and we have to continually get better at remembering that, remembering why we have our freedoms, why, you know, we live the way we live in the United States. And you never know what's going to happen in the future. It depends on how we carry ourselves, protecting the country, serving the country. And I've done a couple of reaction videos where I've noticed that it's getting harder for recruiting new recruits to serve the military because of just the times that we're living in, the whole internet. It's a whole different mentality nowadays with the kids that are growing up, Generation Z. So here, Memorial Day annual Carry the Load March at Houston National Cemetery. Carry the Load March.
This Memorial Day weekend, volunteers are honoring those who've made the ultimate sacrifice by helping educate how to properly observe Memorial Day.
How to properly observe the Memorial Day. And so maybe some of you are barbecuing right now as you're watching this, and in honor of our freedom that we get to have here in the United States, and we have that freedom because of those that have fallen. You know, not only the ones fallen, but even some that, you know, served and they didn't necessarily fall, but still served. We continually do that, but that's the ultimate sacrifice. Though you can sacrifice going overseas, doing your part, everything turns out fine and dandy. We complete the operation. We come back with a sound mind, uninjured, and that's still, you know, a sacrifice. But the ultimate sacrifice is you doing all that, but you don't come back to your families.
It's not about sales. Remember that. The group Carry the Load was in Houston at the National Cemetery. They've raised nearly $500,000 for the Fallen Heroes Family Fund and will travel more than 20,000 miles in total during the month of May.
20,000 miles in total for the month of May. So the whole month of May.
As they visit 50 national cemeteries across the country where the fallen have been laid to rest.
Wow.
I think it's important
awesome
for people to know that every opportunity we take to honor and have our son's name spoken means the world to us. It is the only thing we have left. So speaking Armando's name and doing this in his honor means the world to me. People need to know that
2021, oh man, he was only 20 years old. He was 20 in the Marine Corps, Lance Corporal. If not me, then who? Memory Armando Hernandez. I wonder why his casualty happened. In memory of Armando Hernandez.
it is a day that is celebrated in the United States and is the only day observed federally. But for us Gold Star families, Memorial Day is every day. I miss Armando every day, and every day I walk the walk for Armando.
Those thousands of volunteers from across the country will make their way to Dallas for the kickoff of the Dallas Memorial March on Monday.
Okay, so let's go to let's learn a little something about our fallen Marines, or let's check out Armando Hernandez. Let me take you to that website real quick. So that was, I'm guessing, the mother of Armando. All right, let's see. Skip ad. Come on. All right. Carlos and Ana Hernandez, father and mother of Armando Hernandez, hold hands in front of the newly affixed plaque on a bench honoring their son. Plaque on a bench honoring their son, Lance Corporal Armando Hernandez, at a Montgomery County Veterans Memorial Park on Saturday in Conroe. Armando Hernandez, 20, of Splendora, was killed in an on-duty accident in June 2021 in Okinawa. On-duty accident. Lance Corporal Armando Hernandez had a way of making a home away from home for his fellow Marines brothers in Okinawa, in Japan. He was the cook for his unit and held his fellow brothers together as he organized birthday and holiday celebrations with the unit. He texted me and asked, "How do you make potato salad? How do you make your rice?" said his mom. Ana Hernandez, that was probably her, of Splendora. I asked him, "Don't you guys have a chow hall?" And he'll say, "Mom, they want to eat home cooked meals." He had a way of making a home away from home for them. This is just one of the memories shared by the Hernandez family Saturday morning as a bench was dedicated in Armando's memory at the Montgomery County Veterans Memorial Park in Conroe. Hernandez, 20, and graduate. Okay, died in June. On active duty accident while serving in Okinawa. On active duty accident. Okay. Following his NSA, she has received so many messages from his Marine brothers in Okinawa and his friends in Splendora of how he touched their lives. Oh man, sorry to hear that it was an accident. It was an accident. So. All right, so we're gonna leave it right there. Memorial Day 2023, and don't forget that there's some service members that have died serving to protect and to serve the country. It is a big deal. That's for me. When I served, that's an honor for me that I was able to serve. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit that bell icon, all that good stuff, and hit that like button. Hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Look at that, perfect. All right, you guys take care, be safe, mind, body, and strive.